Detroit's Osborn neighborhood has been transformed into an art destination thanks to the Detroit Institute of Arts and the Knight Foundation. The Osborn Neighborhood Alliance joined with the DIA to unveil a new mural that greets visitors and residents to the Northeast Side neighborhood. The Welcome Osborn mural was created by local artists Tony Rave and Philip Simpson. It was made possible through funding from the Knight's Art Challenge. The project also includes on-site art classes and workshops for residents led by Canvas Detroit. Joining me now is the Executive Director of the Osborn Neighborhood Alliance, Quincy Jones, along with Brandon Christopher from Canvas Detroit and muralist Tony Rave. Welcome to American Black Journal, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Now, Quincy, let's jump right into it. Give us a little background or the backstory on how the mural project and the art workshops came to be.
So 3 years ago, Osborn Neighborhood Alliance launched the Live in Osborn initiative. And the goal of it is really to clean up the community, stabilize, and bring back residents to the community and make the community a destination spot. We had a great relationship with DIA because they did the artwork with bringing in replica artwork into the community. And so with the relationship, we wanted to build upon that. And so we applied for a grant together, DIA and Osborn Neighborhood Alliance applied for a grant for the Osborn Art Mural Project. And the ultimate goal was really to bring art into the community and make that a destination spot.
Awesome, awesome. Tony, so I'm from that neighborhood, so you and I have something in common. You're from the Osborn neighborhood. What does it mean for you to be able to participate in a project like this, personally, professionally, and just with your craft?
First of all, I'm really thankful for this opportunity, being from the neighborhood, and for it to happen so organically. I didn't go out and look for this opportunity. I was called upon to do this. I'm just really happy to be able to use my gift in my own neighborhood. So it means a lot.
It means a lot.
I hope to continue to do more in the community. This is just step one for me.
So this feels more like an opportunity for you to give back, come back home, full circle, that type of thing.
Yeah, I'm moving back. This opportunity helped me move, make the decision to move back.
That's good, because I understand that the challenges of that neighborhood, and I also know that they need a lot of things over there. And Brandon, I think for you, with Canvas Detroit, you're bringing art classes and art installations like Boundless to the community. Talk a little bit about what that means for the neighborhood.
Well, I think it's an exciting time for the neighborhood, first and foremost. For a neighborhood that has in some ways been underserved in terms of arts engagement, to sort of have a powerhouse organization like the Osborn Neighborhood Alliance, to have a great institution like the Detroit Institute of Arts come together and engage artists like myself, Philip Simpson, Tony Rave. I think it's a really special thing happening in the city, and I really, for me, I hope that this is the first of many opportunities like this where artists are invited into neighborhoods to engage the residents and beautify the neighborhood itself using art. So to be a part of that, like Tony, I feel extremely thankful. I'm excited to work with wonderful folks like Quincy and Kayana over at the Osborn Neighborhood Alliance. And so it helps me have a greater footing and rooting in the community. And it also gives us an opportunity to really engage in a meaningful and really deep way. Because we've been embedded for a few months now working on these projects, putting Boundless into the community, teaching those art classes. So it's not a come in and then leave. It's more of a relationship building aspect to it. So
speaking of relationship building, Brandon, and now that we've got the warm and fuzzies out of the way, let's peel the onion a little bit. How does art actually make a difference in a community? A lot of people may not understand the artistic value of it, but also in terms of the business side of art and how the back end of it goes in terms of preparing the installation, being thoughtful, how you get it embedded, Quincy, and getting the buy-in, the community engagement around it. Talk about that. Where's the real value? Can you tap into that a little bit, Tony?
Absolutely. So what art does, in my point of view, in my art, is it inspires people. Depending on what you do, For example, the mural that me and Phil Simpson did, it plainly states, "I love you, Osborn community," in a beautiful way. So just to see that every day, driving down those 2 major streets, thousands of people are going to see that. And that's, like I said, that's step 1, to inspire people subconsciously. It also can beautify things that are ruined. And it takes nothing to do that. A few dollars, you can get you some spray cans, some paint, and make something beautiful again. And it starts there. That's step 1 for me.
Good. And Quincy, so when we're thinking about the community and we're thinking about residents, whether it be more seasoned generation or those who have been around, or even the generations that are following, what are you hoping for from this project? And what do you think it's going to do for the Osborn community, and how do others role model what you're doing in the neighborhood?
I got to agree with Tony. Making it exciting, you know, making the East Side, making Osborn exciting to come back, making it a destination spot, and then also redevelopment. I think a lot of times people see the East Side as not worthy for investment. Having that artwork there, having people excited, making a destination spot will make people excited about investing their dollars into the Osborn community and then moving back to the community. So that is the ultimate goal that I see. People are going to come back to Osborn, making it an art destination spot, investment, residents are moving back. And so Osborn will become that destination spot, and people just excited about the East Side.
So to a degree, we could actually say that this could be a catalyst for economic inclusion and opportunity development. This could be something that really kind of advances the neighborhood to a different level. So, but when you think about some of the beneficiaries, when you think about really kind of what we hope for the future, a lot of people think about the kids. And many schools don't actually offer art classes as much as they used to in the past. So Brandon, how does your work in the neighborhood actually help students and kids really embrace not only their creativity, but also be part of the community and have some level of ownership in what's happening around them? How does that happen?
Well, I think one of the first things is true engagement. Engagement sort of becomes a buzzword that people like to bandy around and say, we're engaging people. So I think true engagement comes when, for example, when we do a project like Boundless, which we've deployed in several areas within the Osborn neighborhood. And so we have a transparent canvas. Folks can come out, young and old. So this is, you mentioned youth, but this is for the youth as well as folks who have, some of our older youth, we'll call them. So it doesn't really matter what your age is, but we give you an opportunity to physically engage, to physically paint a piece of street art with our Boundless, to physically take a can of spray paint and create your own expression. And I think that that's really important because, one, it's not something that people always, as you said, art has left schools, and so we have now a lot of young and old people who have not had the opportunity to directly create. And so by coming into the neighborhoods, doing these free classes, doing Boundless installations, people have the opportunity to literally engage in a way that, as you said, they may not be able to do in their schools. And then you have the added effect of, when people engage in art, particularly youth, what we found is that it increases school attendance. And you know, we're really hoping to be an integral part of bringing art. Canvas Detroit is hoping to be an integral part of bringing art back into the schools. But we see all of these other additional benefits that come from just art engagement that are beyond the engagement itself.
Right, right. So, you know, when I think about all of this and I think about the moving pieces, you know, Quincy talks about an ecosystem and how we all have to play our part. What does it mean to have the Detroit Institute of Arts and the Knight Foundation come to the East Side? I remember growing up on the East Side and it seemed like nobody cared and nobody was coming. Having this type of investment, Quincy, as we start to close out here, what does that mean to have those type of anchor institutions support you?
It's really around branding. I mean, really seeing that the East Side is worthy for destination. I mean, having the DIA is a huge branding process. I mean, it's huge. The Knight Foundation investing into the East Side. And so showing that residents are highly engaged, residents appreciate the artwork, and that people, and then the artwork is just not seen just in Midtown or downtown, but art is spread out in the community. And so that is what we're excited about, and we're really pushing Osborn to be the destination spot, and by having the branding name of DIA, the Knight Foundation. And then these young brothers right here that are bringing up young artists that's doing good work in the neighborhood. So we're very excited for that. And Osborn will become that destination for art, for development, and for residents moving back to the community.
Well, I really appreciate it. And you know, at the end of the day, they can only be what they see. Yeah. And you guys are definitely leading by example. Yeah. And we appreciate you being on American Black Journal. Thank you, Quincy, Tony, and Brandon.